Hey, I just realized I made a stream and made it unlisted. Hopefully this is working this time. Because if not, I'm going to be annoyed. I'm going to be sitting around for a little bit. Just going to share this post around and then I'll get on just a little bit. You keep myself muted for a second. Alrighty, let's get this started. I feel we're just going to continue from last time. Give me one moment, just doing some stuff off screen because I am not ready and I thought I was. Like most times. Excuse me. Just 1 second. Very sorry about this. Just making sure everything is up and ready. Because, you know. God, it sucks if it wasn't ready. Alright. Believe everything is good. Let me just check if I can hear myself. Just 1 second. Alright, I think I can hear myself. Alrighty. I was told... Oh. Uh-oh. Lord Captain, there has been some commotion on the officer's deck. The Lady Navigator has left her quarters and is currently in the wardroom. Where uninitiated crew members are shunning her in terror. Interesting.
Lord Captain, my apologies. I did not notice your entrance. Oh, this. I found this fascinating read on one of the shelves. And I must say, it has caught my eye. Its every chapter is written in verse. I find it so
it's an epic.
Beautiful and enrapturing. Urak 5 had a vast archive of its own, of course. Although most of the works within had to do with scholarly disciplines of some sort or another. Only in my sparse moments of respite was I allowed to escape into the pages of more embellished works.
Ample time to calm yourselves in your
There are
balance.
people on this ship who are far more impulsive and dangerous to others, and far less devoted to the God Emperor than a herald of the Navis nobility. But I did not need your words to see the shades of umber unease that whirl around your subjects whenever I am near. Were I not acquainted with such a reaction, I could have found their behavior and your question just now insulting. One should not underestimate the navigators of House Orselio, Lord Captain. Like a shawl of pale smoke, a faint malaise hangs upon my shoulders, but it will not be the slightest hindrance to my duty to humanity, and my duty to you. No, no, it is not that at all, Lord Captain. It is just that Uwe is quite capable of carrying out his duties by himself. He is well accustomed to my whims and preferences. Lord Captain, would you kindly explain to me why you are pestering me with these questions? Inquiring about my mood and my needs, showing an interest in the books I am enjoying. You are behaving as if you possessed a shred of fellow feeling for one such as I. I beg your pardon, Lord Captain. That was no way for a navigator to conduct herself. Lord Captain?
Sorry, guys.
So many
I have to go with this
colourful
character.
Sparks are flaring to
We have to
life
choose a
and dimming
romance
all
sometimes in
around
these
you.
games, sadly.
It is a veritable ocean of emotions. There are so many of them that I can barely see the pure white sincerity of your words. Please forgive me. I cannot even understand myself right now. Your words and attention have reminded me of life on the station, of Theobald and Felek. I do not understand. They were merely the keepers of Urak 5. So, why do memories of those two make me feel a strange heaviness here? At the same time, I find myself overwhelmed with new excitement and anticipation. At last, I have set foot outside my familiar walls, and into a world that I have only seen before in the pages of books. Your ship alone is a treasure trove of remarkable artifacts and curiosities. And just imagine the things that await beyond, but... My delight must seem childish to you, surely. In your heart, you must be finding all this quite amusing. Words like that, Lord Captain, could easily be misconstrued. You should familiarize yourself with some of the works in your library to learn the appropriate manner of conversing with a lady.
Oh, no! No! Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Uh-oh. Seems as though my camera has left me. Alright, time to level everybody up after, a talk. Love that about this game, is that it always does that. Ooh. Ooh, double slug. You know what? My father did mention about me playing music on here, and it's kind of like, should I do it or should I not? Y'all give me a decision on the chat if anyone does join and is listening to this part right now. If you think I should put some music on, let me know. So I'm thinking about it. That might be fun. The reason I also like that character is just because they have some really interesting abilities that you can get later on, which I always find fun. It's time for us to go. Let's go up here. We're said to go up here first because there was something about screams. Port, members of a sacred occult operating on the Simp has requested an audience. They wish to present gifts and introduce themselves. I'm ready to receive them. Interesting. Alrighty. Interesting. They killed somebody on the royal carpet. Those on the deck watch in awe as the final figure moves gracefully to a ceremonial pose. Some of the officers whisper in silence, while others murmur prayers of the God Emperor.
The Undying Emperor commanded us to spin a web of blood around his children, and we obeyed. We obey still.
Kimbella.
Domin von Valancius, death has whispered your name. We disown Domin Theodora. We renounce our oath to her. And now we give the gift of our blood to you.
I don't know, guys. Feels a little bit,
Death has
heretical.
whispered your name. The followers of the tenets of the web swear fealty to their new overlord and offer proof of their devotion. We give you a blade, the silent verdict. The Undying One has chosen you to wield this instrument of death. We give you one of our own, Kibella. She will be your shield and shadow. And we give you the blood of these traitors. The tenets of the web will purify their souls.
interesting. Knife. I've heard many stories about death cults such as this one. These devoted holy and assassins of the Imperium have turned death into a form of worship of the Emperor. They I know the term. Exemplary slayers, invisible executioners, and scourge of traitors, heretics, and fallen souls. Many righteous people honor them as votaries of their faith, while others see them as fearsome rituals, as frenzied spectacles touched by madness. Examine the captured. Prisoners cower beneath the weight of your gaze. Blood drips down at tear-stained faces of the captured officers, technomats, and workers. A word has been carved on each of their foreheads with malicious precision. Traitor, heretic, apostate, renegade. The cuts have been deliberately and regularly reopened to prevent healing.
These renegades committed treachery against their domin. Their lips once praised the name of Kunrad Voigtveer, but it is your name they will whisper as they cross over to the other side.
The cults are voidborn. Their Lithsuni bodies are clad in light armor, which allows them to move with an acrobat's nimble grace and strike with an assassin's swift certainty. Their red and black vestments are adorned with sharp spikes and ritual jewelry. where time and training has worn their garments threadbare. You can make out patterns of bleeding lacerations. So a death cult watches over my crew, and they honor the Emperor through killing, who devotes to serving him sacred executioners.
The Domin has discerned our essence. This is a great honor for the blood-spun web. We have woven the bays of this ship together with the threads of our faith for many years. We keep the greatest relic, his tarot, through which he sends us his blessed revelations. We obey the whispers of the Undying One. This is our service to him. This is our service to you.
A deck of psychoactive cards bearing sacred and meaningful images. Tarot cards are used for divination and predicting the future. They believe to be able to capture images sent by the Emperor himself in the hands of a skilled psyker. The Emperor's tarot can be truly a potential divination tool. Interesting.
How interesting. Devout assassins who believe themselves to be instruments of a higher power. They revel in violence and cannot tell the difference between bloodthirst and piety. They follow their faith blindly, unaware of how closely they tread to corruption and depravity. Look at them. They stand on the edge of a precipice. The smallest push will send them plummeting into the abyss. You could be their downfall. All you have to do is push.
So you may offer the souls of these traitors as a gift to him. You have the authority to order their execution. Their blood will bind us together through him. For the God Emperor, the Undying One is death itself. The Undying One is duty itself. Give the order, Domin. Let a spinner of the blood-spun web undergo the test of a sacred trial. Then, I will tell you of the treacherous...
Proof of these accusations are evidence. Divine visions and dark potents may be reason enough for you to shed blood, but not everyone here shares your perspective. Nothing like Lord Captain decides the truth of these claims himself. What about those prisoners you killed during the recession? Do you feel entitled to stand in judgment over them? Those scoundrels aided the traitor Thunder and are caught carrying weapons. Their guilt and sentence were certain. They avoided immediate execution, only to be so that the blood of the wicked could flow on the scarlet trail of a blood-spun web to your glorious halls. Ilbella, is it true these things were revealed to you through visions? The practice of my sacred divination using the bone and sinew of the martyr leads us to the act of doom, it is true. But it is also true that I beheld the act of sorcery in my own eyes. What do the accused have to say in their defense? Have mercy! We're just technical turn on the workers. We were told to block the ventilation shaft leading to the reactor room. Fuel leakage exclusively. You know we were doing anything wrong. We were just following orders. As for why we were holding weapons, well, you know. She's lying. They smeared blood on themselves and crowd out the Tunnels winding. Oh no, the ship's being attacked. They're enemy anywhere. Defend the bay. We launched off to investigate. They used your cutters to break through the weapon storage at our guard station. They stole guns and went right to the blood and sinew of your hubris. You invented. Did not give weapons to the traitors, but you left a post to seek a hero's path. Nonetheless. I will not punish you or your men. I feel like, yeah, I kind of trust the officers. I'll not forget your generosity, Lord Captain. We would pay your loyalty with our lives if it may be. Whoo! Guys, I have an idea. Sorry. Okay, let me go back. The Lordship, the spinners of the Bloodspun Web were watching, tracking, and killing Von Valesius' enemies long before the one betrayed past Lady Theodora. However, the Blades have also known to cut short the lives of highly upstanding persons. But I certainly do not condemn the deeds of a deeply esteemed cult. I'm sure they have good reason. Stern woman sears her throat. The cultists are the scourge of the sedition. They winging unrighteous to ruin, the enforcers respect the Bloodspun Web, and therefore we share his common goal. Bringing his light and his harsh judgment to the dark depths of the ship. Scourges as seditious or not, folks are afraid of them for a reason. A couple of watches ago, these spinners took a train driver to pieces for some kind of ritual. I don't know what the old Malik did to earn that privilege, though. Who's gonna feed his family now? That's a lower decker problem. What happens is that blood-sped web serves you faithfully, Lord Captain. Yes, to add a bit. My predecessor's predecessor once believed the sermon about how the spinners saved this vessel for the servants of the arch-enemy. The blood-sped web laid the price in blood, a river of scarlet that flooded the decks from bridge to village. They became the blood of the flagship, the pulse in its veins, and the beats of its heart. That great sacrifices earned them the favor of House von Valesius. I wish to hear what my original news thinks. I have heard, though only from the distance, affairs the spinners offered up to him. I've seen how their deeds fill the people's hearts with confidence and vision of his wrath, but in loyalty to the Emperor without question, and this is their willingness to lay down their lives in the fight for the enemy. Has never granted the cult an audience or been escorted into a retinue, though she respected the Bloodspun Web and approved of its mission. It is strange. Their shadowy forms are swathed in darkness, yet a radiant light burns with, like a scarlet flame. I think it is a good sign. It's right to say you. Say you're among servants of fate. You'll be my shadow, Arabella. Let's go, we got stabby person. Moments are slow, moments for the link, as she moves to ceremony mask, the dark shadows of her eyes commit the deathly power. Henceforth, I am your shadow, woman of Ergen von Valesius. Punishment of death placed in your hands by the Undying One, for it is so ordained, and to his tact forspoke. I also come bearing an invitation to a visitor of the Bloodspun Web. He wishes you to know that the doors of the Undying One's temple are open to you. And it's absolutely such a temple. Where is your temple located? And to say, you must walk the path of Saint Irene, the matriarch spider. Hers was the thread that would become the Bloodspun Web. Within the flagship or in the dark tunnels of the freight line, or yours must begin at 12. I will walk within the footsteps of the matriarch spider. Interesting. Alright. Let's go over here since we haven't even got over here yet. The astropathic station is dead. If we get ahead of the Valk ship, it is motionless. The lifeless silence across talk frequencies. Its lights are out. Even those who have no webs of sensitivity can feel the presence of death. Shadows. Contact. Deploy. After the presidents proceed to enter the uncanny station, where the other side was monstrous. Astropaths upon their thrones, not quite there and not quite now, smudged as they were across time. Servants reliving their horrible deaths again and again, only to be revered of the blood, ashes and blood into more agony a moment later. Ugh. Send Zachary send. Organization stood. Ooh. The undenial of nightmares. Ooh. That's crazy. To be explored. Burn everything. Yeah, don't let that thing stay. That is just a sad life to live. Uh-oh. The everyday sounds of the bridge were disrupted by voices, rage, and anger. This is not a conduct of an officer, but the antics of a high-born brat out of the lock. Explain yourself, Lieutenant. A free event. A young woman standing before Abelard strives with all her might to not quail under the onslaught of her superior's anger. She faltered, but then managed to look him in the eye and say, I apologize, sir, but I need to speak to the Lord Captain. Very well, Lieutenant. May I address your Lord Captain? Not least because I see you have already seen fit to disturb it. Your unauthorized appearance at the bridge and display of belligerence will be logged in your personal file without delay. Lord Captain, requesting permission to speak. You may speak, but I want a report. Not a shouting match. Having two officers bickering in the field is unacceptable. I'm sorry, Lord Captain. The matter cannot wait. Any minute now, an assault unit will be dispatched to the lower decks in order to crush the workers' strike by any necessary. I am convinced that this step is unwarranted. The crisis itself was provoked by the actions of one of our senior officers. Lord Captain, I urge you to investigate the actions of Seneschal Western and to intervene with what's happening on the lower decks, because very soon we'll have a mutiny or a massacre on our hands. Ah, boy. I get heard 8 times running out. Since the competence was under scrutiny, I shall speak as long as it seems fit. There is established order in the way things are done on the ship. Under the period of the system is that of the rogue traders is not distracted by trivial matters. This is Seneschal's role to ensure that. I have always handled internal problems myself. So of course when I received information that cultists hiding in the lower decks, I took matters in hand. For so as long as I live, not one of the veteran who might have find refuge on his ship. You are far heavy-handed, Central Western. Arrest, interrogation, and mass punishment for entire sectors. It has driven the people to the brink. Now there is a strike on the lower decks, and Deputy 4, to be precise. The worker clans are involved, and many more are passionately supporting them. This situation could aggregate into all-out insurrection. The only response I received was the order to dispatch an assault unit. And no one has informed me. I'm not deemed probably worthy of the rogue trader's attention. The lower decks, as so it happens, are in revolt. 30-some years ago, we had a revolutionary reason ride up who dared establish workers' rules across the entire ship. It took a response to patrol order. But 8 years later, we still battling rumors that the hero has survived his execution and verge of gathering people to fight the tyranny once more. Needless to say, the rumors are baseless. As for the current situation, we have reasons to. But on our ship, carries more weight than a salvo with 100 bolters. Problem you will disturb this next. To break up brows in the breast move. I've only given you the means to resolve this problem. Master of Arms, your ships and forces report to you, and yet you seem scared to use them. Lord Captain, unlike Lieutenant Vent, I respect the chain of command and realize it is not my right to challenge my superiors. That being said, while I entirely share the opinion about what fate deserves, I must note that this is a stretch contrary practice that he himself has introduced. I see. But what do you say to all this? See nothing that I acted on with the minute of authority. A guy that by the trusted to be protectorate and do personal safety. I've heard enough. I'll go down to the lower decks and deal with this person. Enterprise boarding on Sulfurix, but please yourself, Lord Captain. I gotta go use this second sword to you. Hello, who is this? Chris Sempton. Hello. Nice to see you here on the channel. Jeez. No, decks are a source of endless problems. Sometimes I do regret that we replace all these locals with servitors. They're shouting your name. Of course they were. The organization of the daily routine life and the ship was on my shoulder. That's why they remember me. They're not your face. To them, you are akin to the creature of legend. One who has stood in the steps of the Golden Throne, no less. A man who's armed with every order, docking ration, and lowering a pace heating. Keep moving. Let's get to the bottom of this.
With each step, I forge my...
I still do not see our purpose in coming here.
The sounds of a heated-out discussion reverberate through the ship's bays. Lieutenant, every event of her ships and forces is bearing the path of her superior. Those arrived shattered in armor. Judging by their expressions and tone, the standard of the at some point have now reached the boiling. Lieutenant Vent, my patience is wearing thin. I have given you an order. Now get out of my way. It's my deck and my sector. As long as this area remains under the Lord Captain's special oversight, no actions will be taken without my express permission. First officer, the Lord Traitor, and the Emperor herself. So not all my lessons fall on dead ears. I wish to speak to this one. His eyes stare apprehensively at you. Rivet. A whisper passes through the crowd, and you find Detective Mr. Fear, astonishment, and enjoying their reactions. Make way from the crowd into a young man. Look, Captain! You have come down to us! We were attacked on our way here. How do you explain that? Here is an explanation for you. The people who have been pushed to the limits. Now they're lashing out. As we don't know why these top deck units are being sent down here, but the one there that won't let the student let's pass. Our clans are all inside the bay that's been sealed off. The lower decks are big. We have just enough. We're getting it from all sides. Children circles the ones who've risen up. The death quarters has arrived. It's no wonder folks are rushing out. Striking? That's new to us, your lordship. All we're doing is asking questions. Shut up, Rivet. Here's the deal, your lordship. Your damn enforcers are all over us down here. They said they're looking for cultists. One wrong word and they're reaching for their batons. If they want to punish somebody, they turn off the heating to whole bays for weeks at a time. So we get sick and freeze. In my clan, 2 little ones died from inflammation in their lungs. All because of those enforcers. Argentina does not interrupt assault workers, but you see the sadness well in her eyes at the children Seth mentioned. She quietly whispers a welcome prayer and makes a sign over herself. What changes do you want? Look at this. The exalted Lord Captain himself is asking us Blitzrats what we want. Well, here's what. We want you to rein in your damn enforcers and quit turning off the heat. And to stop battering everyone that moves. No, that's not it. We want the enforcers gone from here. And we want to be armed. Give us arms. We won't govern ourselves. We'll defend ourselves if these cultists do show their faces. I've been a leader of my clan for 20 years now. Getting rid of these club-wielding thugs can only improve things around here. So you've gone too far, old man. Well, let the maggots and lower deck live without the enforcers beating down our necks. As for weapons, why do we need them for? For our first day out, we'll have someone shooting their neighbors out of stupidity or drunkenness. In turn, we'll find the scavengers who have the cultist bodies, and we'll talk to them. One lower deck at your numbers. Any more of the damn elements about? Speak to yourself and your clan, and I'll speak for me and mine. I don't want empty gestures. I want a real change. They promise the world now, but as soon as no one turns his back, these brutes will be honest even harder before. Tall work is up to you. Spreading anarchy on the ship is the first step towards embracing chaos. Putting weapons into untrained hands is even worse. What's more, the enforcers are needed to maintain oversight and order. Let's try those demands and consider the rest. Lord man, listen. The Lord Captain himself had come down to us, offering concessions. I don't know a single person the old of Depot for ever stood next to an ex-emperor, Lord Trader, and let alone talk to him. Back down. Now no time of you to be a stubborn old crone. Listen to us, old man. The 3 clans of Dipper Fort are to act as one. When it mounts up, it's time for you to decide. Don't ask him to disband the enforcers give us weapons. We don't need any of that. You're getting up on me, is that it? So brave that you were against an old woman? Ah, shut up. I will indeed. I can tune plain linners on my own. If you want to make peace with the enforcers, make your peace. Thoughts about it? Stories of scavenging for boots and accidentally picking. Doesn't miss me. These people were moments away from rebelling and possibly becoming minions of the archenemy. Yeah, but they're also... I don't trust you.
Your doom has been foretold.
You will fall.
I'll do it. Doubt is for the... As the Emperor commands, I act. I'll do it.
Quick! Emperor, protect me. I can't stand it. I'll do what it takes.
Why did I not foresee this?
Emperor, give me strength.
the Seneschal's job? I'd rather not.
High momentum.
For Von Valancius! I've seen worse battles than this in my time. Victory is imminent. I will do like you want. It will be done.
Don't touch me, and I even. They who defend the future own the battlefield. On it.
Your end is nigh. The Divine watches over us.
I'm situation myself, you don't decide to intervene. You look at Theodora. Slip of foot on the road decks? No, she did not. I'll not repeat. The prosperity of the Von Valancius Protectorate is not just an empty phrase. To me, I left the Imperial Navy for the chance to see it flourish. I saw in Lord Captain Theodore's deeds the sign of the true greatness. Lord Theodore do not forge new routes and capture worlds. Rid order out of anarchy. The creative impulses are entirely lacking during my time in the military. So I left behind everything I'd known. Everything my family had known. I came from a long line of officers, and I embarked upon this incredibly reckless venture, Lord Captain. Theodora trusted me with all of her concerns she had no time for. She would go off her flagship for long periods to distant frontiers, on scouting voyages. The advancement of the entire protectorate raised upon my shoulder. Senior officer treated us all, and Lord Chedlin was killed. I gotcha. So I didn't start leading in a new world. Yes. Yes, Lord Captain. Your resolve is admirable and demonstrate long leadership. I shall remember this moment should my old habits ever tend to creep back in. Alright, yeah, let's go back.
Let us walk this path to the end.
I feel like I'm talking a little bit too much and reading them all through. Weapon skill, agility, and yes. And let's go. Okay. Ship makes its way through the star system. A strange fatigue falls upon you. Ice coat heavy, the cool you've been using drop, and a really odor it falls from your hand. Uh-oh. I mean, deaf to your ears, coming closer to the elevator, deaf for himself. Later he realized that the trembling hand was foot. The sword's master. I'll serve it. Have I woven them to trade with your fate? Let's be a little heretic. Because, you know, you gotta be a little heretic. How to speak to a noble lady. Yep. Very funny. Yeah, wait, I can switch some music over here. Come on. Give me one moment. Alright. Oh, sorry, I moved a little bit. Begin scan. Believe you're ready. Let us go. Drop ordnance and dispel explosives. Control your nostrils. Tell through the smoke who's firing at whom. Halt! Weapons on the ground are off firing. Sergeant Madgar. Alright, so your guy's in a lockdown, all the rebels are shooting down everything that flies, and you just happen to land in the rear without a stretch or so forth. Where'd you get it? Still from the palace, isn't it? Grab it, lads, we got ourselves a rebel landing force. By the holy throne, what is this mess? Tough spot, old man. Go easy on him. You must be mistaken. My mistake, your lordship. I didn't recognize you, sir. Please pardon my blunder. Your bread bag. Ooh, shit. Pardon me, sir. Dirty dogs? Shut down my shuttle. Affirmative, your lordship, sir. There's all those drafted rebels. Those maggots somehow got their hands on an anti-aircraft battery and are causing our shuttles to no end of trouble. That thing really packs a punch. You really missed you. I've seen them fry 2 shuttles carrying reinforcements, and their soul survived. What's going on here? Unrest, sir. Armed rebellions in both the capital and the provinces. First the lower level sparked, then it went up the spires. They hit the Vox hubs, the arsenals, and the mag charging stations. Finished took off all the mask. You're in trouble. You continue to report, peasant. My units were here from other Groxes. Tech priests linked to the satellites reported sighting of strange void ships in the system. They were ordering a star until one of them set course, landing on Majoris. Interesting. They're crushing us. Scumbags, there's been a whole ton since the last reinforcements came in. We're running low on ammo, and every other fighter is wounded. Now how bad it is in the streets, but they'll drive us out of here any minute. You're doing fine work, Malkar. I'm going to see the Emperor, the Governor. Before, sir, as soon as you keep shooting the damn anti-aircraft battery, let me know where to shuttle you to the Emperor. You'll have to be on foot. I have no one to send you as escort. I signed to hold. Couldn't be esteemed. The better send out a convoy to meet you halfway. I mean, I will throw the governor's orders and hold the line here. I'll burn your hands, both yours and others. You know. Same hand that salutes, now meant to falter in darkness. Get my head around the fancy words you're saying. Seem better if I'd for something. I'm fine till the last drop. Good soldier. I'll remember your name. I got the rumor. Unidentified void ships. Uh-oh.
Did you see that? They almost knocked us out of the air. Some bumbling idiot's going to regret that when he's dragged before the Lord Captain for questioning and trial.
Roll before the faithful.
I'll turn you into corpse starch.
I must not falter. Let's get to it.
Out of my way. Hold on.
Faith without deeds is worthless. Rejoice in battle! Doubt is for the weak. I'll do it.
Let's make it quick.
You will enjoy.
Hard to slaughter someone.
Let's get
Yeah,
to
they
it.
sat their own friends.
Let's get to it.
Injured. I'm enraged.
Rejoice in service. Actions were another step towards our ultimate victory.
Out of my way.
So that's what that feeling was about.
Damn.
I feel nothing. Fear nothing. A dance of flames and shadows. Your soul killing brings me no pleasure. I shall not fail. The other side awaits. honor all days. Anything else? But of course, very well.
Battlefields are always drowned in scarlet. I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
Will do.
A tactically sound approach. No matter the cost. Someone else can do this. At your beck and call.
Moving out. Here, maggots.
Will not die in dishonor.
The Emperor. I will not be deterred.
Death comes in silence.
There is movement in the Empyrean.
Victory is imminent.
Onward! Show me what you've got!
A broken blade has no use.
May the divine will be done. Rejoice in service. We are bound by the blood of martyrs. We shall reclaim what is rightfully ours. I rise above hardships. My faith is my shield. The Divine watches over us.
Thank you, my lord. You arrived in nick of time. Are you unarmed, soldier? All thanks to you, my lord. There's blind new attacks for all the city now. These rambles damned to the void go around miming anyone. Ah. I don't want to talk about it, but I've heard whispers it's not just nonsense, it's heresy. Thanks for heresy. Who are you? Lucky Jesper. That's funny. Thank you, sir. Yes, Captain. If all secrets in the shift, I can't guarantee you his veins will melt so much. That's good, all right. No need, my lord. I'll volunteer myself myself than let this one rummage around my brain. I break something, and I beg of you, don't tell anyone. Never updated Vox codes, and how should I put it? Assess the situation. There's a riot. Silent. No, say hi for me. My bathrooms. That's came personally. I have no more questions. I must take my leave. What? I'm sure they in one of the travels. Alrighty. Have a fun one, lucky man.
With each step, I forge my destiny among the stars. The impure cannot escape their fate.
I will take you down.
Let's get to it.
Let's get to it.
I know what easy. Anything else? On it. Anything else?
Let's get to it. Out of my way.
Let's get to it.
Here we go.
Don't frighten me.
I am your blade and shield. As the tenants demanded.
She just died. I forgot she could throw her blades around. Oopsie. Oh, that was funny. I'll give myself that.
And some burden of failure.
Step aside. Navigator Fury of House Orcelio.
Your corrupt way has failed you. Rejoice in service. I am the chosen weapon that will crush the heathens.
Follow my lead. At your beck and call. I took care of this one. Poor Von Valancius. That's not the Seneschal's job. I'm not interested. It will be done. I will do my duty.
Cover me! What an unfortunate turn of fate. Will do.
Let's get
I have read tomes of military tactics. I'm afraid not.
There you go. boots. I think that would be good boots for.
My warp sight reveals something.
Let the faith guide my path to glory.
The whispers told me how.
Sadly, this game does get quiet after a little bit. So, of course, I'm sitting there going quiet, too. And it's like, oh, wait, I forgot. I'm live
We
streaming
are
right now.
bound by the blood of martyrs.
Duty prevails.
We should deal with this.
Nothing escapes my sight. The Emperor favors me today. Never doubt me.
Change is coming. The edge is nigh.
The blinded ones are harmless. No sense in shooting them and drawing attention.
Fire on the nearest target! Don't kill the Death Priest! We need to take him alive! Hold back!
May knowledge be thy fate. Let the cycle be discontinued.
Man dressed in crimson should not have survived the explosion like that.
Not another step.
Uh-oh. The Adeptus Mechanicus.
Flee, for I am death.
By the throne! What is that servant of the Omnissiah made of? Adamantine? Ah, Placid.
I identify you as a member of a high stratum belonging to rogue trader House von Valancius. I am detecting no need for confrontation.
Good.
The convoy received an order to meet you. It is no longer functional. Therefore, I propose that we continue to advance to the rendezvous point with the governor's soldiers. I identify as Magus Pascal Hanemer of the priesthood of Mars. By the
The
grace of the
Omnissiah,
Omnissiah, I am currently assigned to the maintenance personnel of the station Altar Templum Calixis X-17.
Altar Templum Calixis. I have heard the name before. The station appears on House Orcelio's star charts in the Furibunda system, not far from the Void Colony of Footfall. You have traveled a long way to come here, esteemed Magos.
I'm trying to kill this off a slew of people and blow up a sacred machine, and they get their hands on it.
This was my doing.
The voices are being weird about him. They're saying garbled, conflicting things. Like they're talking about completely different people. But he's not a threat to you. Even if that's a bit hard to believe after all the fireworks.
I do not even know who caused such an
The
eclipse.
Omnissiah granted me a revelation. The spirit of this machine was dying, but it wished to perform a service, for such was its design. I sensed this and appealed to it. I do not know how I did it. I merely followed my intuition. The understanding granted by the Omnissiah was not permanent. It has left me.
How strange it is to hear such words from one who is not of the blood-spun web. We have much in common.
I came here to carry out a sacred mission. My mentor, Archmagus Amonat, summoned me, and I hastened to answer his call. But the rabble's unrest prevented our meeting, and I was on my way to Governor Medina to determine my mentor's current location. My escort was ordered by their commander to discontinue their movement and await to be merged with your group. Then, due to their incompetence, they let themselves be killed. It was an unacceptable complication to my task. Acknowledged. Predicting successful and mutually beneficial cooperation.
And sadly, I'll be taking you out for a bit. No, 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 no. Shit. Excuse my French. Not sure who to take out. Yeah, might as well. She is really easy to kill. Let's see if I can work with them more.
Let us walk this path to the end.
Over there.
Ooh, a bolter. I know who uses these.
Know your duty.
Cast your eye there.
The auditory hallucination troubling this unit can be rectified.
Let me guess. It involves the drill on your mechadendrite? There's no need, really. My burden doesn't seem so heavy.
You're real stubborn. I'll quit your ringing. I've been the tech priest do it twice. I once even brought a sensor to him. Of course they're lit. Oh, come on. Alert. Profane violation of the algorithm. Hey. Alright, time for our turn. Yay!
no mercy.
I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury! As the Emperor commands. Faith without deed eradicated.
My vow is to serve. The scriptural prognosis is favorable.
Tried and tested tactics are the best ones. Indeed.
My enemy will be crushed like dust beneath my feet. And so it shall be done.
They who discern the future own the battlefield.
Out of my way. Hold on.
I shall endure everything with unshakable faith.
Let's make it quick.
I'll do it. Each strike is a prayer. Power resides in the will of the righteous. As the Emperor commands, I act. I will not eradicate it.
Function successfully terminated.
I've seen worse battles than this in my time.
We shall reclaim what is rightfully ours.
Young Warden. Gotcha. Huh. I don't trust this guy.
The Divine watches over us.
I'm still new to the art of exploring.
Operation successful.
The premonition runs true.
Yeah, for commas, I mean, cancel driller weapons. Damn. I think that was a little bit too much, buddy. Cap.
My Auspex has detected something.
With each step, I forge my destiny among the stars.
Emperor, deliver us!
You are authorized.
The impure cannot escape their fate.
Are you ready to die?
Pay attention.
There is more hope in the Imperium.
Anything else?
Scared, yeah? I face shields with the enemies of the Emperor will be undone. Doubt is for the weak. As the Emperor commands, I act. Each strike is a prayer.
Brace yourself, Hammond.
On in, maggot.
Isn't this a job for the Sir? Know your place.
Rejoice in service. Another step towards our ultimate victory. Let my enemies tremble at the sound of my steps.
Someone else can do this. Tactically sound. At your beck and call. It will be done.
Request approved. Explorers know one route. Forward.
I know what is to come. Will do. On it.
Guided by faith.
Show me what you've got.
I'll paint your death in colors.
I will not your corrupt way has failed you. Actions will speak louder than words.
Emperor, give me strength.
Your end is nigh.
Oh, my ears are ringing.
Cover me. Anything else?
Rejoice in battle.
My armor is contempt.
That is foolishness.
I will endure. May the divine will be done, and so shall it be done. The Emperor commands.
The Omnissiah has significant value.
woke up with a feeling of wonder.
Ah, I can see bright colors again.
We are bound by the blood of martyrs.
I am a Luke Goblin. Jeez. I'm yawning already.
Let us walk this path to the end.
Attention to detail is the key to success.
We shall reclaim what is rightfully ours. Grovel before the faithful.
Spare none of them!
Request approved. Running binary override. Destroyed the memory of this righteous moment.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
My vow is Messiah condemns you.
Let's get to it!
Faith without deeds is worthless. We can escape the Emperor's judgment.
Follow my lead. Target well struck. At your beck and call.
They who discern the future on the battlefield.
I am the chosen weapon that will crush the heathens.
A disorganized rabble should not be capable of bringing down a world like Rykad Minoris.
My success is an irrefutable certainty.
With each step, I forge my destiny among the stars.
O Messiah, grant me the wisdom to perceive.
Stop! There!
Sins hidden in the heart.
They fear to look.
I'm restless. Duty prevails. Nothing escapes my sight. I better myself through my service. Never doubt me. Duty prevails.
The duty prevails.
The Emperor favors
We are
me
bound
instead.
by the blood of martyrs.
Across the world, caught by the throne of Hercule Insurgency. I was saying witness and untold you right that transpired in one of the maintenance rooms at Aqueduct. She cancelled the room. Laboratory remarkable distance, travel close, but caught the captain's attention, look with almost sinister anticipation at their eyes. I'm gonna lump blasphemers of both ideas. Well, occasional, though they were extreme, brief, and intelligible remarks. Surgeons fell once in a single moment past.
The impure cannot escape their fate.
Death to non-believers!
Crush the feeble.
But of course,
And so it should be a step towards our ultimate victory. Actions will speak louder than
I
words.
bring ruin.
Chaos guides me! The scriptural prognosis is favorable. Running like life. Death to the weak! Chaos guides me!
I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury. As the Emperor wills, I act.
Indeed. That you're reduced to dust.
Do not dare ask.
Stop mocking me. The ruinous powers.
unbelievers! Your corrupt way has failed.
There is movement in the Empyrean. I'm not so sure. Anything else?
Stop it!
Chaos. Through pain and hardship, we prove our devotion.
As the tactical imperative dictates. The vulnerability analysis. Successful conjutation failed. The order is contrary to diplomatic protocols. Leading damage.
The ruining powers.
Victory is imminent. Grey hair, sure hand. I'd rather not.
I'm afraid not.
Pain and duty go hand in hand.
I know what it's called.
Rejoice in service. I will not step towards our ultimate vessel for the higher purpose.
I've suffered worse.
My vow.
Chaos guides me.
I'll do it.
Just a minor setback. That's not the Seneschal's job. Someone else can do this. At your back. I took care of this one. It will be done.
What is this foreboding? Will do. My passion has failed.
Enemy meets the threat of his faithful.
Death to unbelievers.
Negligible.
The enemies of the Emperor will be undone. This is unacceptable. As the Emperor commands, I act.
Suffering is part of the trial.
My place is at the wall. At your beck and call.
Be careful not to cross my gaze. If only that were possible.
Anything else?
Rejoice, your corrupt way has failed.
Running by natural override. Request approved.
Will endure. I'll do it.
I'm not interested. Tried and tested tactics are the best ones.
the
Another fire painted black.
Oh, jeez. I know I'm ending a little bit early, but I'm a little bit tired, so I'm gonna end it here. Hope everyone had a good one, and have a fun day.